How is that?
Fire. It's delicious. Can I have seconds? Can I have thirds?
Braciole is fire. Really good braciole.
Can I have fourths?
Yo,
Jump on.
this is
Can you get me some
this is the best braciole I've had in my life. By a
Very
landslide. The best.
No.
Dude, where'd you do my glasses, bro?
I left them on the table outside.
Can you sit down? Where's my dad? Dad. Alright, so after the peppers and onions were sauteed in there, I added 8 cans of sauce. 4 whole plum tomatoes, and 2 puree and 2 cans of sauce. And then I added the beef back to the sauce, and I'm going to let it cook for 4 hours on low temperature. Alright, we're going to cook the pasta, get some water boiling, and then we're going to immersion blend the sauce. Make sure it is fully immersed when you put it on. Otherwise, you'll have sauce squirting everywhere. This is to break up the large tomatoes that are in there. You can make it as chunky or as thin as you want.
Go down, bro.
Looks good.
Sure.
Oh man, I'm just gonna soda.
Hey, but look. Braciole.
Nathan, you want to go? Turn him in here. Uncle Mariam?
Oh, my favorite niece.
No.
Dude, where'd you do my glasses, bro?
I left them on the table outside.
Can you sit down? Where's my dad? Dad.
Okay, we're live with episode 8. I don't know. Got a special guest for you guys today. We actually have a chef coming on the show for episode 8. Get it? ATE 8. I'm just waking up, getting my morning breakfast, got my morning coffee. We ready to rock and roll. So, we're going to just kind of jump right into it. But not for real. My special guest for today, Our Time Is Now, episode 8, is the one and only good friend of mine, Chef K. And she's going to be showing us a recipe. I don't know what the recipe is yet, but we're going to do a step-by-step walkthrough process of pretty much whatever she's going to be cooking for dinner tonight. And all I know is that I wish I was there to get some of whatever it is, but unfortunately I'm not, so I will settle for this Jimmy Dean Hot Pocket that's kind of like a ripoff of a Hot Pocket. It's pretty much exactly what it is. It's a Hot Pocket by Jimmy Dean. But we're going to get into it, so let's go.
Hello.
Yo.
Oh. What's going on?
Nothing. I was just eating because I was like, Chef K on episode 8. We're going to eat. And since I can't be there to eat that, I'm going to eat this.
I can't. What are you eating?
A Jimmy Dean ripoff Hot Pocket.
Yeah, that's nothing like this.
So what's going on?
Nothing. Prepping up for this Braciole
Uh-huh.
This is some twine. Hold the meat together.
Hold up, I'm gonna go sideways with you. This way we're both, Oh, I guess it don't work like that. Alright, I'll fix that later.
What? You want me to change my...
I don't know.
I kind of... Because I have it on the tripod.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm just trying to figure out how we could go the same way, but I could always crop it later, do side by side.
Alright. Yeah, so... Well, first of all, I'm nervous as shit right now.
Why are you nervous? No need to be nervous. This is good shit. Good shit here. What are we cooking up? What the fuck is on the menu?
Braciole. So it's like stuffed meat that's cooked in sauce for like 4 hours. I'm cutting twine because this is going to hold it together, whatever I put inside.
Okay.
And it's just like it's like a breadcrumb, cheese, mushroom, garlic, mixture that I'm going to put inside of it. And I'll do that in a minute. But I'm cutting this because I have to let the twine soak a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we're going to cut up some mushrooms, saute it, some oil.
All right. Yeah, it's funny because I was on like a group last night trying to get my 100 subscribers to be able to get the custom URL. Now it's just YouTube / Our Time Is Now. And I ran into a dude who was actually my 100th subscriber, and we were talking about our shows, and I was like, I'll check yours out. You know, we'll do a show exchange. And he had a chef on his channel, and I was like, yo, like tomorrow I'm booking a chef, so I'm actually going to watch your episode later. This was like last night. I'm going to watch your show later and try to draw inspiration from it, see how it goes, because I don't know. I've never done that. Usually it's just face-to-face. This is like a DIY, do-it-yourself expo, you know, like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, this is definitely not something I do.
So
I mean, minus my videos, but it's...
What do you got there? You're cutting twine to wrap it up?
Yeah, so I can wrap up the meat, and I don't know, just so... They usually say soak it, like usually, like if you're making like shish kebabs or something, like soak the, the wood skewers. They say to soak them before because if you're grilling, then it won't burn if you soak them.
Okay.
But if you're not grilling, they'll burn. If you don't soak them, they'll burn when you're grilling it. So this, I'm just doing it just so like, no like hairs or anything end up in the sauce.
Word.
You know, like
what's like total onset from like preparation to completion?
Well, the prep will probably be like a half hour, 45 minutes, depending, because I'm making for a large group. So if you make it for a smaller group, it'll probably take like half the time to do the prepping. But cook time is about 4 hours.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, I like to let it cook for a while, so
let that
get the most flavor.
Yeah, marination. Yeah. Savor all those juices.
Let all the flavors marry,
Cool.
Gotta ensure, the best product at the end.
I hear that.
All right, so I have just regular mushrooms, sliced mushrooms. I'm just gonna clean them and then chop them up like really small.
Yeah.
And then heat a pan, so that I can cook them in there with a little bit of oil, butter, whatever, some kind of fat, and then let that cook down for a little bit. Add some flavor. We'll talk about that. One minute.
Sounds good to me. I was tight. I was doing like the little intro, and I was like, man, we here with Chef 8. I'm eating my little hot pocket, and I'm like, I gotta eat this because I'm gonna be watching food, and since I can't eat that, I'm gonna have to eat this.
1 minute. I'm just rinsing the mushrooms.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I'm finally happy this is going down because I've been trying to get this for a while, but it was scheduling and.
Well, it's perfect. Episode 8.
When I said that to you on the messenger when we were talking, I said episode 8 for 8. I was like, it was destiny. Yeah. It fucking was meant to happen.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Look, see, I'm wearing your apron that you made me.
Dope. Yeah. That time warp.
And the shirts underneath, but you can't see that.
Got custom shirts, aprons, hats. What you need? I'm wearing my Explicit Thoughts hat right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I
gotta get new screens made up pretty soon. My other screen, I was cleaning it and I scraped it, and I think like it I mean, I could probably reuse the screen, but it's a matter of I don't want it to bleed through if the screen is like stretched.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got.
So it worked this time on the hat because I know you were having problems with the screen. You got a new one?
No, I gotta get a new screen. I gotta get new screens. I'm working on it. It's not my top priority. I'm trying to work on getting other merchandise on a site that like presses it for you if people just order it, like print on demand. I guess. You know, you don't make as much money, but hey, it's a lot less work. If someone's
definitely.
I like that.
What? There's a lot of activity at my house too right now, so if there's like a lot of commotion going on.
Oh no, we fine. Don't worry about it. That's it. Cooking that big dinner.
Yeah, I'm cooking for my Aunt Kim and Uncle Mario coming over today,
Cool.
so I'm gonna make a nice big. It's perfect weather too today. You know, fall weather. You know, perfect big pot of sauce.
Party it up,
You know?
yeah. It's nice and sunny there.
Yeah, it's sunny here. It's just a little cold today. It's like 60 degrees.
Well, it's been a chilly. Autumn kicked in like September 1st came, and summer they were like, "Fuck you, summer!" Boom, knocked that motherfucker out. You know, he was like, "Fall's here, bitch. The leaves are already falling. They're changing up here."
Yeah. All right. So this, look, I cut up the mushrooms. They're like, I don't know. They're not too small because when you cook it too, they'll like disintegrate.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add it to the oil.
Now, what type of oil you use? Any oil you want to use? You using like
Yeah,
coconut
like any
oil?
oil. I usually use butter. I don't know. Butter is just better. But I didn't have it, so I'm just using vegetable oil.
Yeah, I cook with a lot of coconut oil, vegetable oil, or
Yeah, that's
olive
good,
oil,
too.
and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just feel like coconut oil is like the healthiest. Like, if it's gonna cause a heart attack, it's least likely to cause it. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't clog arteries. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
oil, like
Yeah,
it's
so
the best oil.
I just added the mushrooms to the pan, and then coat them with some salt to release some of the moisture.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't measure anything, so this is like not accurate. So basically, I just add how much I want, like how much flavor I want.
That's
So
fine.
it kind of just coat the top. You know, that's usually what I do.
When you've been doing something so long, you kind of just get the knack for things, you know? Like, when I
Yeah.
pour hot sauce on shit, I'm not like, well, here's 2 little drops. Or if I'm eating a stew, I'm just like, shake that bitch like 6 times. All right, that's good.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't measure. I've been cooking for so long that, I don't know, I just know.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like natural instinct. Like, you know, okay, 3, 4 pinches, 5 pinches, 6 pinches, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
And now I'm going to add some garlic. Garlic, they say 1 clove. That's never enough. I add how much I like. So I'm adding like probably like 2 tablespoons of garlic.
Yeah, word. Minced
And then-
garlic, or is it just regular chopped?
Minced, yeah, just
Yeah,
minced garlic. I get it already chopped up because I use garlic a lot.
What's minced? It's just like it's seasoned or some shit. I never got
Minced,
that.
no, that just is the cut of it. So like when they say like diced, it's thicker.
Okay.
And
So minced,
is like
or like crushed.
is small. It's like
Alright.
really small
Okay.
pieces of garlic.
Because I've bought it before, and I'm like, I don't know what minced is. Like,
Yeah, they don't have like what do you call it? I don't know. Minced garlic is just there's no flavor or anything. It's just the garlic in there. It's just chopped up already.
That's what I didn't know. I didn't know if it was mixed with something because I usually
No, they usually like they put it in like a water or oil sometimes. Like you could get it.
Okay.
But this one I think is just garlic and water. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like just to I guess preserve it.
I never looked up minced. I could have just pulled out a dictionary, but I never took the time.
Yeah, like so this is probably gonna cook for I'd say like 10 minutes until like everything's like soft and cooked through whatever. And then I'm gonna take it off the heat and add some breadcrumbs to it. And then the oil will like kind of make it like mushy so I can put it inside of the beef.
Sounds good. I wish we could
So
teleport.
I got here it's actually called Braciole meat, but it's like top round. But they come like small. I bought 5 packs of these, 2 in each pack because I'm cooking for a lot of people. But then I'm just gonna use a meat tenderizer.
Beat that shit.
What?
Beat that shit.
Yeah, you gotta beat the meat, you know?
That's it.
So, yeah, then I'm gonna let this cook another minute or two. It's almost done. And then I'm gonna add some breadcrumbs, some mozzarella cheese, some grated cheese, and then let that sit for a minute while I cut everything else up.
Cool.
For the stew part of it.
Oh, it's a stew?
Kind of, yeah. Like it's like you let it sit. It's sauce, and I'm gonna add peppers.
Yeah,
red
that's
onion.
what I'm talking about.
And then I'm just gonna let it cook. It's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever had it, but like chicken cacciatore. Have you ever had that?
Yeah, cacciatore be another word I have to define in my not so familiar chef lingo.
Yeah. So it's kind of just like chicken stew, I guess you could say, like an Italian chicken stew.
Okay.
And it just cooks all day, like, and the chicken like falls apart.
So this is Italian.
Yeah, this is Italian. This is like something my mom used to make it. This is actually my first time making it myself.
Really?
So I throw, my little spin on it,
Dope.
But I've been trying different things. I have still two videos that I have to get together.
Yeah, for your show?
Yeah, for my show.
Come back.
I haven't lined them up or anything. They're all ready to go, but
come back for another season.
I just added 2 cups of breadcrumbs to a bowl, a medium bowl, and then I'm gonna add about a cup of grated cheese and a cup of mozzarella cheese to it.
Cool.
Again, I don't really measure. Whatever I feel like.
Fine.
Meats will trial.
Can never
trial
go
and
wrong
error.
with cheese. My friend Erica made a group called On My Knees for Cheese. And it's just all
What
about...
is it?
It's On My Knees for Cheese. I'll add you to it later, but it's pretty much all cheese lovers, cheese recipes, cheese everything.
Yeah, I love cheese. And especially being Italian, I add it to everything, literally.
I'm saying, like, there's so much, like, mixed reviews if it's good for you, if it's bad for you. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. There's, like, a million types of cheese. Blue cheese, Gouda cheese, fucking Swiss cheese, sharp cheddar.
Seriously.
Like, I love cheese, man. I eat that shit all day, every type. I don't care what kind of cheese it is.
I know, I'm the same way. I love cheese. I add it to everything. Even when I just make, like, regular sauce, like spaghetti and meatballs, I add, like, half of one of these containers of cheese. And this is a pint, so it would probably be, like, a cup or two of cheese.
Yep.
And I just let it cook in the sauce. I feel like it comes out so much better that way.
There's like a cheese.
I'm also adding red pepper flakes.
Okay.
A little bit for a little spice. Into the mushroom mixture.
Is Lindbergh cheese or Lindbergh cheese or some shit? I want to say.
What is it?
Lindbergh.
Lindbergh?
Yeah, there's something like that. I'll find out. I don't know.
I've never.
I
don't know. I've never heard of that.
German cheese or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's 1,000 types.
All right. So I'm removing the mushroom and garlic mixture from the pan, and I'm adding it to the breadcrumb and cheese mixture.
All right.
And then it's become like mushy at this time, but it's good because it's easier to spread on the meat.
To spread on the meat. Lube it up. A lot of sexual innuendo in this meat cooking show.
It always leads to that, I feel like.
It has to.
Yeah, it's life, right?
It's all right.
Yeah.
You know, this is not a PG-rated podcast.
No. So this is kind of like this is my way of doing it, but my mom, this is kind of how she makes stuffed mushrooms. So like this same mixture that I just made with the breadcrumbs and everything, she uses the same mixture to stuff mushrooms. And she'll bake them in the oven and put like butter and cheese and whatever on it. They're so good. I don't eat mushrooms, but I eat that.
Yeah, it's something new that I've gotten into. I've never ate them before, never enjoyed them, but as I'm older, I'm like, they're really good for you, so I should eat them. And then I think like it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'll eat them like if they're small, like if they're diced up. I'll eat them in something that, where I can't really taste it, but the flavor's there. Because the flavor I don't mind. It's just the texture, honestly.
Yeah, you're right. It is like a weird texture, like those giant portobello stuffed mushrooms or whatever. Yeah, but my mom makes them so good. But honestly, I only eat the stuffing. Yes, there is some mushrooms in it, but it's not, overpowering to me. Like, the mushroom on the outside is too much.
Right.
It's
So
definitely
now
a
that,
texture thing.
yeah, definitely. I don't know what it is, but whatever. So now I'm gonna beat the meat.
There we go. Round 2. But who's counting?
Right. And while that I'm doing that, I'm gonna heat up a large pan. Huge,
Oh,
large. Because again, this is for about 10 people. So I'm gonna heat up some oil, probably like 3 tablespoons of oil. And before I add any like the sauce or anything to the pan, I like to like sear the meat. To me, that gives like the best flavor. So, and I season it too. So I'm gonna just put some salt, a little pepper.
So now sear the meat is like thinly sliced or something, right?
No, searing is like it's part of the cooking process. So that would mean like you just want to get it like because I'm gonna roll it up and then I'm gonna put it in the oil. So searing it would just mean like it's kind of like another word for like saute in a way, I guess.
All right.
Say.
Yeah, because
Like
that's
it's
another
just
new
to get like a
term for me.
brown on the outside to like cook it a little bit, but not all the way.
All right.
So that's what it means is like to cook, but not all the way, like just to get some color on it.
Yeah.
And then beat it in. I'm sorry, this is loud.
Beat it. Ooh, and make it. Makes you feel good when you beat that meat, huh?
What?
Nothing.
So it's already really thin, this meat, but I'm making it as thin as possible because I'm gonna roll it.
That's good though.
So I'm gonna add some of the mixture in the middle.
Oh, this looks pretty dope. You're gonna roll that up in there, and then that's when you tie it together and cook it like that.
Yeah, and then you tie it together so that it holds together. Otherwise, it won't stay together.
So you're making
I mean, the
it's like a
cheese.
burrito almost, or like stuffed or something.
Yeah, like it's like I mean, chicken cordon bleu, kind of the same idea as this. Like you put like meat and cheese and roll it up, you know.
Yeah, that's fire.
So yeah, just like a thin layer on it, not too much. But the cheese will help hold it together too. But there's not much cheese in there. All right, and then I take it from the thinner side and just roll.
You're making a delectable ham sandwich.
And as my dad's making a delectable ham sandwich in the background.
That's the real chef right there.
So then I just take the twine, put the meat on top of it. And just roll it around just so that it could stay together. It's not really the longest piece of twine. I can't, hold on. I should have cut them longer. Because I got to be able to tie it. So probably like, I can't really see it, but like this long. Because it's not holding together. Because I got to tie it.
Well, yeah, you want to wrap it around like the whole thing, like pretty much like.
Yeah, like just the center, really.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I was
just
gonna
so
say
that.
like a coil almost, though, like.
Yeah, like so. Then, yeah, I just wrap it around it, and then you just give it like a tie. And they'll be removed before you eat it, but it's just to hold it together while it's cooking. And there you go. You have your wrapped piece of meat.
Cool.
So, and then I have the oil heating, and then I'm gonna add each one of them to the pot so that they can sear a little bit before I add all peppers and onions and whatever. Should have done that first.
So you used the whole strip of steak for that? I mean, that one right there?
Yeah, I used one whole piece of steak. They come really thin. Like, look, they're super thin.
No, I'm saying, but you said you bought 5 of those, so you're gonna make 10 of those, right?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna make 10 of these.
Cool. So yeah, I was gonna say you don't gotta like chop them up and do the
no,
like individually small ones. They just come out as one.
Yeah, they'll be that's how I'm gonna serve it too, and then with the peppers and onions and serve it over pasta at the end.
Cool. Yeah, no, I didn't know if it was gonna be like, I don't know. I was thinking more of like a. You said stew almost, so I was thinking that was cacciatore. My bad.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
I mean, it's like
I'm
the same idea. What'd you say?
I said, I'm a little lit trying to follow this. You know, I got the wake and bake going on over here.
Of course you do. Yeah, I'm trying to, I'm sorry, I just have to cut more string. I cut it too short before. You could cut this out of the video if you want.
No, this is all, we don't do that post-production cutting shit.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
We don't do that post-production cutting shit. We just do it. A to B.
And then my dad just bit into his delectable ham sandwich.
There you go. So you're gonna cook this for 4 hours? What do you?
Yeah, for 4 hours.
Oven cook?
What?
Oven?
No, on the stove, just in a
really?
huge pot, like that big pot that I showed you earlier. That's what I'm gonna cook it in.
Aha, okay.
And then it just sits on the stove. I usually keep the cover off of it because I don't like boils and it could burn. But yeah, I'm gonna cook it for like 4 hours. I would have started this earlier if I could have, but
yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't know. When we were talking the other day, I guess we forgot to set a time, and then I was like, I didn't know. And then when I said last night, I was like, yeah, so like 11 a.m.
Yeah, I know. I was like, and then I woke up to that this morning, and I woke up at like 8, and I was like, that's not happening today.
Yeah, I was up to like 4:30 unexpectedly. I don't know, like I got these lights in my room, and these things, like if I keep them on at night, I think like the steady either green or the steady red keeps me up. I don't really do the steady blue too much, but it gives me energy, and I feel like recording at like fucking 3 a.m. And I'm like, man, why can't I get this motivation at like 2 o'clock in the fucking afternoon when the sun's outside?
I know.
I used to get motivated in the sun. Now I'm like a night owl. I've always been a night owl, but now I want to record at night.
Yeah, I used to have those lights in my room too, and the blue one honestly would put me to sleep. Like I used to keep the blue on.
I can't do blue.
That puts me to sleep.
Red puts me to sleep, which is weird, and it makes me dream like crazy, lucid dreams. I'll be dreaming like crazy, but the blue one probably makes
You're inviting the devil in.
probably make me sad. I'll wake up and I gotta beat the meat. I'm sad. God. I'm feeling blue today.
All right. Well, I'm beating the meat over here.
There you go. That's right. Just pound that shit right into the ground. Big old bully.
I can't even hear you. You're choking over me beating the meat.
School street bully style.
All right. Number 2. We're on. But yeah. Then after this, I gotta cut up some peppers and onions. I should have really did that first, but whatever. Now I have to clean the cutting board.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a little segue. We're gonna enter in to the sponsorship presented to you by PodDecks. We're gonna play a little bit of Blame the Cards.
No.
We're gonna play a little Blame the Cards with Chef K.
Oh, here we go.
And this is a perfect one, yo. This is a random card. I just pick the deck up all the time, and I always usually read the top cards. I don't really go through and try to, and then I throw them in the back. So one day when I get to the back, I'll be like, hey, that was on episode 1. But if there was a sandwich, not a sandwich, a sandwich. No, a sandwich. If there was a sandwich named after you, what would be on it? I was going to say what would it be, but what would be on it?
What would be on it?
Yeah.
That's a tough choice. I don't know what would be on it. Bacon, definitely.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
They'd be like, bacon kills you. I'd be like, bitch, I'm going to die happy.
Well, I'm going to die
That's
anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Gotta enjoy that shit. I love it. I don't think I could ever quit bacon.
No.
Like, it's like...
Yeah, are you kidding me?
It's like, I don't know why it's like considered like horrible for you, like pork or swine or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, that must be like one of the original sins then, because that shit is just too damn good to stop sinning.
Yeah. So I would probably have to say bacon, avocado,
okay,
fried chicken, jalapenos, and cheddar cheese.
Damn. That's a pretty good mix right there.
I love avocado.
I'll maybe switch out the cheddar for the Gouda melted, but it's got to be melted right. It can't be burnt.
Yeah. Oh shit, this is hot.
Can you tell me why Gouda takes for like ever to melt? Why does that shit take like 10 years to melt in the toaster oven?
I don't know, 'cause it's like it's a dense cheese.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah, it does, but it's like it takes forever to melt. I'm like, oh, even when
Yeah,
I go to
it's-
delis, I'm like, can you melt it? And sometimes they burn it a lot, and I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. All right, I'm putting the meat in to the pot. The ones that I have done.
into the pot.
It's a little hot, the oil, as you can hear.
Ooh, hot oils.
So I put them in,
These are
and then
low.
searing is just browning on both sides.
Alright.
Alright, so I'm just gonna brown it.
They look like little sausages.
It's a little high heat, but it's right, because I'm not gonna cook it all the way. It's gonna cook in the sauce anyway.
Yeah. Little sausages.
What?
I said they look like little sausages.
I cannot hear you. I'm sorry, this meat is serious right now.
I'm joking, man. I am on another level right now. I don't know.
This is
It's
actually
morning wake up. I don't know. Usually I do
This meat looks
podcasts.
beautiful right now.
What's that?
I said this meat looks beautiful right now.
Oh
Great
yeah.
choice.
Usually I do podcasts in the evening, and I'm kind of like tired, but I've been doing them on the wake up morning cup of coffee and the wake and bake, and there's no bake like the first one on the wake up.
I'm sorry, it's hard for me to hear you right now. I just removed them, and I'm putting them on a plate,
Alright.
and then I'm gonna cook the onions and peppers in that juice, so there's a little bit of that meat flavor in there.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
then I never get rid of anything in the pan. If I'm making a sauce or something, I keep it in there because it's like, that's all flavor.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like, people always clean out the pans, and they're like, gotta clean it up before you cook the next step. No, I keep it in there because it's flavor.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. The marination. Wise words of my man, French Montana. Hey, yo,
Yeah, there's
let it
levels to this
marinate.
shit. There's levels to this shit.
Everything. That's even like when you're like making fried foods, like the oil, like as long as it's not like OD old, like they've been using it for 10 years. But
Yeah.
pretty much like it adds a little bit of flavor if you cook like a little bit of fish in there, a little bit of chicken in there or whatever. I don't even eat
Yeah.
fish, but I wouldn't mind like if the same oil was used. I'm not a bitcher like that,
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I do. If I'm cooking something and I'm making, like, not if it's a major amount of oil. Like, I'll remove some of the oil, and then, cook in a minimal amount of whatever was left in there. But, like, this...
hey, we all eat like fast food. Well, not all. I can't speak for everybody out there, but most of us eat fast food or have eaten fast food with those French fryers, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah, totally. Everything's fried in there. Chicken nuggets.
I say,
everything.
how often do you think they change it? They probably do change it pretty often, but I'm sure there's some places out there that failed health code inspections.
Yeah, oh, totally. Are you kidding me? You ever see the show Restaurant Impossible?
Well, I know small shops. I'm talking about like McDonald's in general. Even if they're required to change it every day at the end of the shift or whatever, I'm sure there's some that go a month without it or longer.
Oh, totally. They don't follow any health code regulations.
They're like, here's a frozen patty that's GMO. Here's cancer in a bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for fast food. Once in a while I'll eat it, I actually did eat it yesterday, so...
Oh, there's nothing like a home-cooked meal. Fuck out of here with that
No.
fast food shit. It's great on the go. Like, I'm on the road trip. You're on the road 8 hours. Like, I could go for a chocolate shake and some McDonald's right now.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
like, versus a real burger where you could throw some relish on it, any type of cheese, pickles, peppers,
Yeah, you have it set it up how you like it.
tomatoes, onions. Like, that beats the fast food burger any day of the week.
Yeah, home cooked so much better. I'm always cooking.
Chef K
Not
at it.
always.
Back at it.
That was a lie. I'm not always cooking, but I do try to cook as much as I can.
Yeah, well, that's dope, though. Should get that food truck going. Pop that food truck up. Get the pop up.
What?
Said get that food truck going.
Yeah, I know. I want to. I really want to do that. That's That's one of my dreams is to get that going, or something small. I don't want to own a restaurant, you know. Like I want something to where it's like
You can
in
make
my
great
control,
money on
you
a
know.
food truck, though. That's like, I know people who do a couple food trucks in Ithaca. Like they do festivals, they do like grassroots every year, minus this year.
Yeah,
But Silo Food Truck, if you look them up, like they make amazing curry chickens, amazing macaroni and cheeses, and things of that nature.
yeah. Like
And
the first time I tried making curry chicken kebabs. You
yeah,
know, like I did it. I put tomatoes, peppers, onions on it, and I let the chicken marinate in, you know, like everything, um, like curry powder, paprika, Greek yogurt, lime juice. It came out really good, and not. I mean, it is an acquired taste. I feel like a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was good.
well, you made
I liked
curry.
the
You made curry when you were here, chicken curry chicken.
yeah, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
wanted to try something different, you know, like do it a different way.
Yeah, well, curry. There's like, I
And
feel like there's like 1,000 ways to make curry. You know, it's almost like you said. You know, you're like, oh, I don't use salt. I just know like what to use. Like people just know like, oh, this is recipe. This is tradition. This is whatever. Like
yeah,
this is
yeah,
how
like
my great grandmother made it.
how was it? Good?
What, the curry chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bomb. You were here for it.
What? No, I'm saying the one. I thought you said your grandma made it.
No, I was just saying in general. I said there's 1,000 ways to make it. Like people just like have their own ways, you know. Like you got red curry, white curry, yellow curry,
Yeah, there
green
is.
curry. I think is probably a thing too. Green.
Yeah, I
I
think that's more like those are usually used in. I feel like Asian cooking, like the red curry and the green curry.
Yeah, I like yellow. Yellow's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean that's the only one I tried. Honestly, I haven't tried it. I didn't never tried it until I made it.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's really good. I've had red curry with lobster, and it was like, ugh.
All right, I'm making a podcast, people. Please,
Make
everybody.
podcasts. What is this? Round three? Round three?
What?
Round three?
Yeah, round three. I'm just waiting for all those to be done. I gotta put them on the fire once because it's too much.
Oh, it's no worry. Don't worry about it. We have some special guests in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Chef K's family.
Seriously, my entire household.
Who cares?
Now,
That's it. I'm not worried about
in the
that. People
podcast.
having a good time enjoying life during this shitty 2020. I'm all for it. We need to do it more.
Yeah.
I
mean,
feel
I
like
learned
I
from
feel
my
like
mom.
what's that?
I said I learned how to cook from my mom, my dad, my nana. Those are like the. What? No, I learned from you. I learned from Daddy. I learned from Nana. Whatever. All right, I'm not even gonna give you credit. Literally, my entire family right now is in the kitchen.
That's dope. That's fine though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
goodbye, everybody. As soon as I tell you that I'm doing something, everybody.
I mean, you've been cooking forever though. Like, you know.
What?
I said you've been always cooking since as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I've always been cooking. I learned like I don't know. I was always like when I was younger. I remember cooking with my nana all the time, like at her house. Like mostly she would make like chicken cutlets, you know, stuff like that. But like and sauce, so I learned that for like different things from her, different things from my mom, my dad, you know.
Chicken parmesan. Who taught you chicken parm?
My mom.
Yeah, that chicken parm was slamming. That shit was like,
Yeah.
that shit was like, I haven't had nothing that good since Little Vinny's chicken parm. Like up here, chicken parm, it's like you
Oh,
go
yeah, you
somewhere
can't-
and they're like, here's a hot dog bun with a little chicken strip on there with some marinara sauce and some shredded cheese. Like what the fuck
Literally,
is
they
this?
put like a chicken finger. They put a chicken finger on it.
on a hot dog bun and they call it a hero. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
I'm
is
like,
this, man? This ain't no fucking chicken parm hero, bro. This is chicken. This is a lunchable chicken parm.
Ew. Or like if we go to 7-Eleven and get chicken parm, ugh. Like they sell now. I see like you go into you know like any like 7-Eleven gas station, whatever. They're trying to sell like
Foods now.
chicken parm little sliders and stuff. I'm like,
Yeah.
ew.
7-Eleven's been trying to get into that food game for a long time with those cheesy Doritos, mac and Cheetos or whatever, and
Yeah.
they were always like coming out with something new. I feel like they're the first ones that had like those little taquito things for sale, aside from like the gas stations maybe.
Yeah.
And then they moved on. They bigger and better their game. They had Krispy Kreme for a while. I remember they was doing that Krispy Kreme wave.
Yeah. They're trying to. They have everything. Like they have all like those little snacks. Like now at 7-Eleven, they never used to have those.
I miss
Like
7-Eleven. I miss the hell out of having a 7-Eleven. There's none up here. Well,
yeah, I go there like every day.
There's one in Ithaca, but it's like in College Town. And it's like there's no parking up there, so like it's like a walking to area.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Or it takes you forever to park. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like I love the coffee, but I'm not gonna walk a half mile up the hill for a cup of coffee.
No. No, that's.
I should walk up this hill for this cup of coffee, but I'm not gonna.
You'll finish it by the time you get back to your car.
That's what I'm saying, but it will be worth. It's just good to get the exercise, like get the heart pumping. But I'm just like,
Yeah.
Maybe one day in the summer I'll like walk up there and get a Slurpee next year or something. Like I'll be like, I force myself to do this shit.
I know I should start going on some walks.
I think when I came to Long Island last time, like last year, I think I had like a Slurpee, coffee. I ate a Little Vinny's chicken parm in like 5 minutes, not even. I was just like shoving that thing, just pounding it, just like, oh, yo, the best thing I've ever had. Like I finished it before I got to my boy Steve's house around the corner. I was like, oh.
Yeah. Because you haven't had it in so long too, or actually something that good in that long.
Grew up on it and my whole life,
exactly.
And then just not having it for like 5 years. I was like, oh my Lord, I missed you, Mike. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Just like it was like, oh my Lord, Jesus.
This is huge.
I try to try to buy their quart sauces when I get down there. Take like 3 or 4 of them home so I can make some sauce with it.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, they sell the sauce. Their sauce is good. I love their sauce.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm sick and tired of the stuff in the store, like the regular. I don't really know how to make sauce from scratch, so like they pretty much do the footwork for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have a video I'm not up right now, but on how to make my sauce that I have to put up, but I haven't.
What do we got? We're sitting on 3 episodes over here. We're waiting for you.
Yeah, 3 episodes.
All right.
I haven't had the time to put them together.
Get on that. Get on that. Get the cracking.
I know I have to. I've just been working so much.
I know. You know what though?
I haven't.
Sometimes it doesn't take as long as you think. Because sometimes I'm like, man, I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like recording a song. I don't feel like doing whatever. And then I'm like, but then again, if I just spend an hour in the studio, it's amazing how much I can get done in an hour.
Yeah, I can't even tie this together right now.
2 or 3 quick mixes, and I'm like, I'll pick the best one later. But I'm like, otherwise I would have just forced myself to like watch the rest of that movie on Netflix or whatever, being lazy.
Yeah, like I don't know. I guess. Yeah, because I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, that's going to take forever to do. In reality, it really doesn't take that long. But I don't know. I guess maybe I haven't had the patience for it. So
I was watching a show last night, and it was something. It's on this channel I started subscribing to called Gaia. It's all like spiritual stuff and like universal stuff.
I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it's super dope. But it was explaining like a lot about our mind and the way we think and the way we get caught into thinking and how habits are formed and habits become personality traits and things along the lines of that. Just like how it goes from like days to months to years to a decade. And I go, yeah, that's true. Like people give up on their dream when they're young, and then by the time a couple of years goes by or a decade goes by, it's already a personality trait, and they're already trying to get other people to give up on their dreams. Like, oh, blah, 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 because they gave up too soon. And it's never too late in life because the pursuit of happiness is an everlasting chase.
Yes.
It's always constantly trying to chase your happiness, no matter what. What makes you happy today might not make you happy tomorrow or 10 months from now or 10 years from now, rather. But your happiness, whether your journey changes, you still have to create a path down that road.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree.
To chase after it, so.
Yeah, like this is, I love cooking, I never saw myself running a restaurant or anything, but, like that, it does make me happy, like stress-free, when I'm cooking.
I'm saying, like, if you were to do a food truck and you had a business, like, whatever, and you're going to festivals, you're doing shows, you have a spot where you can park up and you're guaranteed a good clientele who usually comes through on their lunch break or whatever. You throw on some good music, a podcast, you walk out the day, you just made like $500,000 for the day or $1,000 for the day.
Yeah, like honestly, that's what I wanted to do it. You know, I always watch Food Network. That actually taught me a lot too. You know, so like I knew the basics from like my parents teaching me, my nana teaching me. You know, but like Food Network taught me a lot of like the little things like how to I don't know, like things that I do now, like like just how to make a sauce. You know, like a basic like roux for a sauce, which roux is like mixture between like flour and fat, so that you can thicken a sauce. Um, for like Franchise sauce or something like that, like you can make a roux, add it to the pan. I don't know, like just little things like that. I love Food Network. I love Guy Fieri. He's my favorite.
What is your favorite?
Guy Fieri.
Oh, Guy
Diner
Fieri.
Bread
Yeah, the chef. Yeah, that guy with the crazy
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, I love him.
He's got a couple restaurants, right? Or are they mostly in the
Yeah,
city,
he has
though?
a few restaurants. He has what is it?
One in Cali, one in
I think
Manhattan.
it's Guys. I don't know. I went to Vegas and I had a burger from his place. It was a mac and cheese burger.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Now imagine he cooked it, though, like he's got other good chefs cooking it, but it's like, you're the top dude, bro. I want you to cook my shit, bro.
Yeah, like I would love like to run like a food truck or a restaurant, whatever, and for him to show up to it. That's like my dream.
On one of those shows, like where you're just like sitting there, and then he like pops up, and he's like,
Like,
we're here visiting Chef K's
Yeah.
Chef K's carnival truck.
Yeah, like something, whatever. I want to be like, I would totally love that. To not for the like, the fame part of it, but like just to meet him, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have
Like,
him
I don't really
have
care
him be a
about-
critic for your hobby, your craft.
Yeah,
Like, have a
like,
legend.
and for me, the most pleasurable thing about cooking is seeing people's reaction, like they enjoyed it. Like I love seeing like that people enjoy my food, and that's why like I cook for my family, because it's like a reward for me. All that time and effort I put into it, and watching everybody enjoy it is, what I get. That's the most pleasurable thing to me of cooking.
Yeah.
Like I put so much love and
nothing brings
stuff in
people
my
more than
food.
food. You know that brings people together.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we had that discussion before
Yeah, definitely.
about Food Universal when we were talking about the cookbooks, and I said, think about it. I said, like, the one thing in the world that everybody loves is food. Everybody needs food and water. I mean, you don't have to love water, but we all love food.
Yeah. Exactly.
You can't live without it.
Nope.
So
you might as well enjoy it while you can have it, So like I don't care. That's why I don't cook. I mean, I'm not saying I don't cook healthy. I don't eat healthy. Not all the time. I'll tell you that. I do try.
It's not a matter of healthy as much as it's the food itself. Like we love things that taste good to us. That's why we were blessed with one of those senses. The sense of taste is because here, try this. Ugh, I don't like that. Here, try this. Oh my God, I'm in love.
Yeah.
So
like I love seeing people enjoy my food. Like that's the main thing for me. Is like I love. That brings me like joy. If people are enjoying it.
Have like a slow motion, like everybody eating the food, like ha ha, like laughing, pointing across the table.
No, believe me, I've had some food. I've had some food that I've made. Trial and error. Not everything I make is perfect.
Yeah, of course.
But like, and there's always something I could change or add to make it better. The next time I make it. So like each time I make something, I like tweak it a little bit more. Add a little bit more of something. One ingredient or whatever. But it's all trial and error. So like, if it comes out bad, it comes out bad.
Live and
But
learn.
like honestly, like my dad's friends Keegan and Danielle, they come over. They think I'm a chef.
I know,
like
Keegan,
they think I like went
Keegan from back in the day. Keegan?
Yeah, Keegan. So they come over and they think I'm like a chef. So they're like always asking me questions. They're like, how do you do this? What's the best way to cook a chicken cutlet? Blah blah blah. And so like I'll give them little tips here and there. But like they think I'm like the best cook ever. They love how I cook. So that gives me, and they also ask me to cater their baby shower because they're having another baby.
Oh yeah,
So I was like,
I didn't know he had a kid yet. I haven't spoke to him or seen him in a long time. Probably from back in the day at your house, like back then.
yeah, he just recently started coming back over, and we he comes here like maybe like twice a month. He's here like every other Sunday or Saturday, and we go to his house. You know, he comes here. He has 2 kids, one on the way. So, and he's doing really good. You know?
That's good.
They're great people. I love hanging out with them.
Yeah, I always liked him. It was funny because like I only met him there a couple times, like back in the day when we were drinking. But I had him on Facebook, and for like years after that, like 4 or 5 years after the fact, like he was still supporting my music more than people I knew for 4 or 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, bro, like I met Guy once. I've known you since like fucking 10th grade.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like Keegan is like, he's a great guy. He really is. Like him and his soon to be wife, I believe, are going, you know, they're just really good people. You know, I love their kids. Their son Jason loves me. Like, and they've been doing like little things, you know, they grow their own vegetables, so they were making pickles and stuff and bringing them over.
Cool.
And they were great pickles, you know, so like we would go back and forth. He'd make something, I'd make something. But, like, he told me, he's like, every time they were like, I've never had a bad meal at your house. They're like, everything you've ever made was amazing.
Yeah.
And some of it's stuff I've never even cooked before. It's kind of just, you know, going with it, you know, like I just like trying different things. Even if I don't eat it, I like to try to cook it, you know, because, you know, just for the experience, you just to say like, oh, you know, I made that, you know, like I like to try different, you know, cooking different kinds of food, like Asian, you know, I tried the curry chicken, you know, I made that.
What was that bowl you made? That Hungarian shit.
Oh yeah, with the chickpeas, that was chicken paprikash, I think.
Yeah, that shit was banging too. That it was Hungarian, right? Was it?
Yeah, that came out good.
Yeah,
I actually liked that. And I'm not, I mean, it wasn't anything out of the norm, you know, like the
but it's just something new. It was just a matter of, okay, I opened up, I was like, I got chickpeas. I don't know what to make with these shits. And then you were like, yo, let's see what's up. And then you found that recipe, and that shit was bomb. Like, just something you would just like work with what you have, MacGyver that shit. You know?
Yeah. That's what I like to do. Like, I'm also, like, my mom would come home sometimes, and she'd be like, and we have, like, nothing in the house, you know? And I just look around the house and go back and forth between fridge and pantry, trying to, you know, make something up. So I don't even know what it was that I made, but she came home. She's like, how did you make something? And I'm like, I figured it out with what we had in the house. She's like, how? We don't have anything.
You were like, yeah, we had this can of sardines, this tomato sauce, a little bit of salt, pepper, and onion.
Yeah, it's literally like, you know, the littlest stuff that I would add together.
I'm saying, just like
the
stuff that like sits in your pantry for like ever, you know, like I found vanilla extract, looks old, but maybe it's still good. Like, what do you use that shit for? I don't know what the fuck you use that shit for.
Honestly, like, I'll cook anything, you know, like, and especially if it's like, you know, during rough times, everybody has it, you know, like, and if you haven't, good for you, but, you know, like, we cook from anything, you know, like, that's how I learned to cook too, just, you know, doing whatever.
Hell yeah, it's funny because
like, adding things together,
I was watching
seeing how it tastes
recently, and they're doing Grace. And I was like, man, I don't remember the last time I said grace, but I really am thankful for all the food I eat.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last part.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, like, I don't remember the last time I said grace, but I was like, I really am thankful for all the food I eat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's anything wrong with that, you know, that you have, like, yeah, you are thankful for it, you know, so, like, I feel like whether you say it or not, you know, it doesn't really, you know, affect how you feel about, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know. Like, just because you say grace doesn't mean that you're not, or don't say it, doesn't mean that you're not thankful for what you were given, you know?
Yeah, but I noticed that I'm a glutton, like a motherfucker. Like, I just stuff my face. I got the munchies. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go eat this bowl of cereal, and then I'm gonna have 2 waffles. Then I got that Hot Pocket, and then I'm gonna fucking make a burger. Yeah. You know? I'm like, oh, fucking... Then I'm going to have 3 Oreos, just 3, because I'm kind of full at this point.
Yeah, and
Oh man, I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah, I listen. I'm a big eater at night. I love snacks.
That's me too. It's the worst. The worst is at night. I don't eat all day. I'll fast for like 18 fucking hours and then eat at 11:30 at night to 2 a.m.
Yeah, that's how I am too. Like I don't know. I like to snack at night. You know, cookies, chips, and it's so bad. They say that's the worst time to eat.
Yeah.
Is at night. But sometimes I won't eat all day, and then I'll eat, you know, cookies and chips and whatever else that we have in the house.
It happens. I mean, I don't know, but I was reading something recently about brushing your teeth, and a couple dentists, you know, recommend obviously the morning and the wake up minimum. And a couple other dentists recommended, well, it don't matter what time of day as long as you brush it 2 times a day, because I guess like the fluoride or whatever, the shit in the toothpaste is just to get rid of the fuzzy slippers and the bacteria and all the other shit in your mouth, and then it's supposed to have 12-hour long-lasting protection or some bullshit like that, right? So some say it don't matter what time of day it is, and I'm like, I guess that makes sense, because sometimes I'll just brush them at like 3 a.m., like right before I'm about to go to bed, and I'm like, well, you know, if my bedtime was 10 p.m., I wouldn't have brushed them back then, so.
But I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it depends on what you eat too. Like when you should brush your teeth, like something that will sit on your teeth, you know?
Yeah, acidity, yeah, 100%. That was in the article too, shit like that. Like if you're eating a sauce or you're drinking tea or coffee or whatever, you know, like.
Yeah, then brush your teeth, you know, like after that, whatever.
Soda, especially, like the acid just sits on your teeth. If you're drinking a Coca-Cola can, it's just like sludge. You're pretty much drinking like oil.
Yeah, Coca-Cola is the worst, though, honestly. Like,
I love Coca-Cola.
It could clean your toilet. Like, that's disgusting.
Yeah, it cleans my toilet pretty well, you know? I'm like, when it comes out the other end, it's like, woo, doggy. Someone called Jed Clampett, Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Up from the ground came a bubbling gold or some shit.
Huh?
I said, up from the ground came bubbling gold or whatever, like when he shoots the oil.
Alright, I'm almost done with this. This is taking a really long time. Honestly,
it's alright. No worries.
Talking, slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, well, you know, it's the purpose. It's to slow you down, distract you, get a little sideshow action.
Yeah. So it's good for a little sideshow, you know?
Nah, but it's dope. It's dope to have the episode finally here.
I know. We were talking about this for so long, it just never worked out.
Since episode 2 or 3, I think we were planning it. But I mean, I've only been doing it for 2 months now. It seems a lot longer, but I think I started like July or June. Maybe it was end of June. Might have been end of June, like, or July. I don't remember.
It does. It feels a lot longer than that, actually. I feel like you've been doing this forever. It's just like natural.
Yeah, it's been like been like 3 months now, maybe. July, August, September. This is month 3, possibly. I don't know, but we're not even on episode 10 yet, so it's good. I might do a season and then take a break and then come back and switch it up, like try to revamp and refurbish. Yeah. Or I might just keep running through and I'm learning along the way. It's a learning process, but it's a cool journey.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I enjoy doing it.
I mean, I appreciate you even, you know, putting me on the show, wanting to have me on the show, you know.
Nah, like, you already know. I mean, before I even started the podcast, that's what I want. That was the plan anyway. I mean, I was talking to you about it, and I said I want to do, like, I don't care if you're a rapper, artist, a singer, a comedian, an actor, an actress. Like, it was definitely Joe Rogan inspired, because I just like, he gets like fucking health specialist people on there, and I just want to. Yeah. I want to do that. Yeah, like, whatever your craft is, our time is now. Ours, baby. You know.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. Yeah. Honestly, that's what I love about, you know, the podcast that you're doing, because it's not like self-centered. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you are trying to help yourself, but also while helping everybody else.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I changed the name to Time Warp, explicit thoughts was too much for people, because I was talking a lot of shit. I was just explicitly speaking my mind, and some people are, you know, a little bit more soft-hearted and or soft-skinned than others, and it might penetrate the wrong way, or it might be taken, you know, as insensitive because they don't understand the emotion or the logic behind my thinking. But yeah. I said, when I changed to Time Warp, I say our time. Like, okay, I could keep my name as the host, but then ours, and then I want to make it more about not me, about everybody else, putting people on who I fuck with. And I said, you know, the universe is good. You help others, and it helps you in return. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's one hand washes the other, and everybody, it's a win-win for everybody. And it's also during these times, it's a very nice this is the most social interaction I get on a weekly basis, aside from like the school and stuff.
Yeah, no, that's honestly that's how me too. You know, I mean, minus the family that I have in this house. You know, there's a bunch of us.
Yeah.
But you know, like that's why like I wanted to do the videos too. You know, for myself. You know, to like inspire people to do what you want to do. You know, like if you have a talent, you know, let it come out. You know, do what you want to do.
Yep.
And however way you can make it happen. You know.
That's all you can do. You know, it's just. It's something cool to look back in like 10 years too and know like I did this, all right? And whether it turned out as you expected or whether it didn't, you enjoyed it in the moment, and it's a memory to look back on and say, I'm glad I did this, because it's shown my growth as a human over the course of time.
Like taking a step towards, you know, something that you want, like your dream, you know, like whatever it is, you know, like, and it's so cool that you're doing it because you're adding not just only, you know, people in the music industry, but you know, in all like forms of art, you know, which I think is great, you know, because it's not like you're leaving anybody out, you know.
Well, you're pretty much my first person outside the music industry. It's pretty much been music industry up until now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's great, you know. Like, of course that's what you love, you know. So like, by you know, doing music, you know, you're having people from the music industry, you know, come on the show and whatever, talk whatever inspired them and stuff. Like, honestly, you were my inspiration for doing what I do.
Cool.
You know, like, because it's like, you know, why not? You know, I'm so young, you know, just do it. You know, like, just do whatever you love, however you can make it happen, you know. And I can't get the food truck right now because of money, you know, but
it'll come. If you want it, you'll will it into existence, you know.
Yeah, like even if it's not a food truck, I'll be cool with like, you know, like a stand kind of thing, you know, like or like a little deli or something, you know, something that's
like
not.
I said, a pop up shop. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You know. I don't know. That's just.
I mean, yeah, like you said, music is my lane, food's your lane. They're two universal things, and music's the universal language. So I feel like music. If I fuck with somebody, and it's really hard for me to get into new artists and to feed the content age, but. If I think music's dope, I know I have a pretty dope taste in music. I should have been at A&R. I spot talent, and I go, that guy's going to do something. And then like 2-3 years later, he does something. I'm like, that guy's going to do something. And then I see him, he's charting Billboard. And I'm like, I should just try to help put these people on early in their stages so I could just be like, I knew I seen something in that person. And I saw the light before they shined at their brightest. And I don't know, like, I feel like that's dope. Like, you know, like, I want to be like a brick in the foundation of other people's success by, like, even if I only put you on to 1, 2, 5, 10 people, whatever it is, as minuscule the number is, or 100 people who are like, wow, you know, I do fuck with that music, or that shit is dope, or whatever. If you get 100 new fans and 10 of them stick around for life of your career, you know. 10 riders. So
exactly.
And the same thing with food though. Food's also universal. So like if you were to do your food truck and you, like I said, you pop up somewhere and you have a loyal customer base of people who are on their lunch break every Thursday, you're running the fucking gyro special and they want it, and they come and get the gyro every Thursday, and you got 20 people who do that. That are loyal fans, and then they tell it word of mouth to another friend, and then you gain, you know, a couple here and there, 1, 5, 10. It's an exponential snowball that just keeps rolling.
Yeah, exactly. And word of mouth is the best advertisement, you know, because it'd be like, oh, you know, did you hear about this? You know, like you hear about this person, you know, they're doing a food truck or whatever, you know, they got a new song out, you know. Like, and word of mouth is, you know, the best advertisement, you know, so that's why it's great too, like with you having all these you know, the artists on your podcast, you know, like it gives them the opportunity to, you know, be seen somewhere, you know, like, and all together. You're not just like singled out, you know, like I said, you know, and it's all, you know, everybody supporting each other, you know, like, and I feel like that's what we need too in this world. There's not
100%.
much support, you know, like 100%. I feel like everybody's just like so selfish, you know, they're not, you know, thinking about, oh, how can I, you know, how can what I do help somebody else, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, and you figured it out, you know? Like,
Yeah.
and no matter how it comes out at the
I don't
end, you
know.
know you
Did you
did
see
right.
Did you see the Jerry Robinson episode?
No, I didn't catch up on it yet,
It's
honestly.
all right. Well, at the end, I was talking to him about it, and I was like, dude, I'm such a scatterbrain. Like, I write 1,000 songs, I record them, and then like I mix 5 in here, and then I'm working on 5 different books and whatever, and then I just don't know. I have all this creative energy, and I'm putting it out there, and I don't know. I don't have one. I'm a jack of all trades, but master of
Yeah.
none. And he goes, well, maybe this is your thing, and it really got me thinking. I said, it could be, because like you said, in an age of like everybody being selfish and stuff, it's me, and for so long, that's what I was as Mr. EQ. I was focusing on myself as a rapper, myself as an artist, getting mad at the world, like,
Yeah.
I know I'm nice, I know I'm dope, and I was the shit talker, you know? And then I stepped back and I said, hold up, whoa, stop the boat, get off, you ain't shit, walk the plank, motherfucker, dive in with the sharks, and get busy, because you ain't shit, really. You're just another pirate about to get eaten up in this fucking entertainment industry. And I've just wanted to be in entertainment for so long. I said, maybe I can try this, help put other people on. And I've been loving it. Life's been good since, you know. It's just been...
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, you know, you can't do anything without support, you know? So, like, by you, you know, kind of being that way, you know, you won't get where you want to be, you know, because you need the support of other people behind you,
100%,
you know?
yeah.
To do what you want to do, you know, like what would Drake be without his fans? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's his base right there, you know. Like, yeah, he could still be rapping, but he wouldn't be where he is now without his fan base, you know.
Diehards, yeah. No, it's a fact.
But,
it's a fact, but it's definitely it feels better to give than to like separate yourself from that ego, you know, and just when you're not always living for yourself, the energy comes back to you, versus when you're living for yourself, you're hoarding all the energy. So whether it's good or bad energy, it's never gonna go out to come back. It's just gonna sit there and accumulate. And if it's bad energy, eventually it's gonna erupt. You're gonna have a mental breakdown, explode, do whatever, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready for this?
So what?
Oh wait, no, what? We're moving on to the next step?
Yeah, I got
right.
the next step going.
Let's get
So I cut up two large red onions, and I added it to the oil where I seared the meat in. So like you see, it's a little brown. It's getting all the flavor off the bottom. And then I just added a little salt and pepper to it. And then just going to let that cook down as I cut the peppers.
Okay. We're gonna throw the peppers in there, and then the meat's all gonna marinate in there with it.
Yeah, and I have tomato sauce too. My mom actually, we used to grow tomatoes, so we used them for a sauce one time, and it was the best sauce I've ever had.
Yeah. Cool.
But we don't have the opportunity to do that. So considering that we're not growing tomatoes anymore, but I just bought I'll show you. I bought 8 cans of sauce.
Alright.
And 4 cans of whole plum tomatoes, and I let them cook in the sauce. But I don't keep them whole. I use an immersion blender. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, I definitely don't.
Yeah, well, it's one of these. It's like a little, I don't know. It blends, you know, from it's for like sauces and stuff like that.
I was saying it sucks the tomato in there and it like sharpens it. Like, I mean,
cuts
it up.
It breaks it up. Yeah, it breaks up the tomato. And then, you know, it makes it kind of like a chunky sauce. I don't know. To me, it just comes out so much better this way. I never did that when I was up there because, you know, your parents don't like the seeds and anything. So, you know, my sauce wasn't up to par how I would normally make it.
It's not that. I think the sauce was fine, but yeah, they can't eat seeds or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I just like doing it this way. But yeah, I'm going to wash the peppers, just rinse them off.
The peppers, I'm going to go just get something right quick. I'll be right there.
What did you say?
I'll be right there.
Okay.
Aha! Yeah, Joe Rogan is so right. These headphones, man, they make the whole show. You're in the show with the headphones.
Really? I wish I had headphones because I have too much distractions going on
No, it's
around me.
alright. It's no worries. AirPods work great, though. I did AirPods on my last show with Hashi.
Yeah.
And those were actually some of the best sound levels I've acquired on my episodes thus far.
Oh, really?
But your levels seem to be coming in pretty good today, so I don't know.
All right. Cool.
Yeah,
Well, I'm going to show an easy way how to cut a pepper.
All right.
To get like all the seeds out in one cut. So I cut the top off. And then what I do is I cut through the side a little bit and then go around. Oh, can you see?
Yeah, I'm watching.
There you go. You got the whole center out.
Whole
Throw it out.
Cord.
And then I keep it pretty large because I like the chunk of pepper in there.
I do too. Like sausage and peppers, I love the chunk of pepper.
So I just cut it in half and then cut that half long ways in half. And then just dice it, pretty large. And then I'm going to add it in.
I love peppers. Like, peppers are one of my favorite, like, vegetables in general.
Yeah, I mean, I don't eat them raw. I will eat them cooked. To me, the green pepper and the red pepper have the most flavor.
Yeah.
And I'm using one of each pepper, one green, one yellow, one orange, one red.
I've never really noticed the difference between those peppers. Like, those are bell peppers, right?
Yeah, these are bell peppers.
Yeah, like, I've never really noticed much difference in the flavor of those, but as far as peppers in general, like, there's just so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never eaten those raw, I don't think.
No, I don't really like them. To me, raw, I don't know. They kind of all taste the same. I feel like once you cook them, that's when the flavor comes out.
Yeah, like it induces the capsaicin or whatever the hell is in the peppers.
Yeah, whatever's in there. I'm sorry, I'm not like a food scientist. So...
I know the flavor. I know, but I'm saying like the flavonoids or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
Yeah. The terpenes.
I mean, I wish I could tell you the science behind all this,
But I mean, like, I eat like pepperoncinis right out the fucking jar. Those are my snack. Banana peppers.
Oh, yeah.
Even jalapeno peppers. I love the little...
I love jalapeno peppers.
Chili peppers. Fucking, there's just so many peppers. There's too many.
I know, there is a lot of peppers. Like, my favorite is the green, cooking-wise. Like, I feel like the green pepper, to me, has the most flavor. It has, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain the flavor that it gives, but it's just like it adds, like, I love green pepper in, like, any sauce, like a gravy. Like, sometimes I'll make, like, a green pepper and onion gravy, like, to put over steak or, like, over a burger or something. So good. But peppers... I love cooking with peppers, sausage and peppers, everything.
Yeah, that's my shit.
I'm also going to add, actually, sausage to this. And just to make it more bulky, because there's a lot of people. So I want to make sure there's enough food for everybody.
Hell yeah. That shit's
and
banging.
I overcook. I cook for an army all the time.
That's good. Nothing like some good old leftovers the next day or 2 days later when you're like, yo, that shit was so bomb on Friday. I'm going to have that for Sunday night's dinner. Watching football. And sometimes
I'll bring it for lunch because I've been trying to make food, bring it for lunch at work so I'm not spending the money.
You save a shitload. You save a shitload of money if you're not eating out all the time.
Yeah, because it would be like, $10 a day at least, depending on what I'm getting. So it's just too much.
Especially if you're working a long day. Like when I was working at the bank in Long Island, it was like I was there like 10, 11 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
8 o'clock in the morning till like 8 or 9 at night sometimes, and I was like doing breakfast and lunch. So breakfast is like $6, your morning cup of coffee, and then like maybe a midday cup of coffee. Then lunch, like you said, it was like $10 minimum. So I'm like, I'm doing a 20 bill every day just for food.
Yeah,
it's $100.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so like I would go and spend, I'm only cooking for me for lunch,
Yeah, I'm saying, what I could get with groceries for fucking $100 versus just getting a couple lunches and shit.
Yeah, like I would go and spend, but honestly, like the way I shop, I just buy some vegetables, and some like pasta and chicken or whatever, I was gonna make for that week. And I'll just cook it quick, for the week, and I have, every day I'll have something to bring, even though it's the same thing, but like also that will help with weight control, eating the same thing. They say you should eat the same thing every day so that it will like balance out your weight, like it will keep you steady.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But like I would just make like chicken and vegetables and bring it for lunch, or leftovers if there was any, But like it's so much better to buy that way instead of hold on.
No worry. Bless you.
Thank you.
Name Jesus.
It's
Bless
so
you.
much better to buy that way, instead of spending $10 a day. I'd spend like $40 to make lunch for the week, instead of $10 a day. I'm saving a lot of money.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Oh, another thing too, I added the peppers in, and from Food Network, I learned, but from the chefs, they say to ensure the best flavor in anything is to season every time you add something to whatever you're making. So like, I seasoned the onions, and then I seasoned the peppers after I put them in again. So I added more salt, more pepper to it, just a little bit, so like each time, you're building the flavor. So there's a little tip.
Go.
And now I'm gonna open the cans of sauce and add them to the peppers. I'm not cooking the peppers and onions all the way because they're gonna cook for another 4 hours after that. So I'm just gonna let everything, marinate together, cook together. I add the meat back. Smells good already.
Maybe if I do some shrooms or something, I can trip out and start smelling it.
Yeah. You should have did that earlier so you could smell it while you're on the show.
I'm saying, maybe you should have like FedExed me some, and then like I could have froze it in the freezer, and then
heat it up,
microwave it. Be like, yo, this shit is good.
Huh?
Close size for the baby.
The baby?
Yeah.
6 months, I think. What? Oh, you guys are interrupting my shit. Okay.
No, that's fine. Yo, I love to like torture myself though. Every once in a while, I got to get pepper where it's like pepper.
Wait,
like
what?
Ghost pepper or some shit, like where I'm like, oh, holy fuck, my nose is running, I can't breathe, I'm fucking hyperventilating. Give me water, give me bread, what do you got? Just like, fuck yeah, bring the heat, bitch.
You're crazy. Yeah, Joey they used to have this ghost pepper burrito at Taco Bell, and Joey always likes trying like new things like that.
Yeah.
So he got it one time, and they had like a habanero one and then a ghost pepper one, and he got both of them, and he's like, the habanero one I could eat. He's like, the ghost pepper one, he's like, I couldn't even eat. He's like, my mouth was on fire.
Oh yeah.
And like I've never really had ghost pepper, honestly. The other day Joey got some wings from like Wingstop, and they were like, no, where were they from? Oh, Popeyes. And they had ghost pepper wings. First of all, there was no chicken on the wings. Like, it was just the bone, basically, fried.
Yeah.
And
they were like, we're not only giving you ghost peppers, we're giving you ghost chickens. Here's a bone.
Literally, like, there was no meat on
The
it.
whole chicken is the ghost. The bones only exist.
And I wanted to try one, so I was like, Joey, let me try one. I literally, there was like the littlest piece of meat on there. I was like, this is some bullshit right now.
But how was the pepper sauce? Was it good?
It was alright. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know. Like, to me, they had like no flavor.
Yeah.
And yeah, like they needed, it should have been more. Like, you're telling me ghost pepper, I'm thinking ghost pepper.
Yeah. Fact.
Like, it wasn't at all. Like, it was ghost, the sauce. It wasn't there.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so I'm adding all the sauce to this pot where I was sauteing the peppers and onions. And I added some salt to it. Probably like, I don't know, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add a little bit
That's
more.
that little blender thing going?
What? Yeah, it's
that
the
little
can opener.
Oh, that's the can opener. Never mind. I thought it was
Yeah.
that little whatever blender you were saying with the sauce.
No. It does sound like that, though.
Sarah Connor.
Banging a can.
Come with me if you want to live. Yo, I'm pretty lit right now. I can't lie. I said I'm pretty lit right now. I can't lie. I got a lot of energy. Today's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna go for a walk after this. You know, nice little fall walk. Throw on the hoodie.
Yeah, there you go.
Take a
It's
stroll in
perfect
nature.
day. You're gonna walk up that 200-mile hill.
Yeah, that hill walk all the way to the top. I haven't done it in a while. I might have to
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't know how.
stand up there at the top, do my Rocky bit real quick. Adrian.
I mean, no. Once
did
you
it!
get over there, though, like where you recorded Quail Man.
Yeah.
That view is beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Right
It is
there.
pretty nice. Honestly, that's like the first time I saw that view in a long time. I never
Yeah.
really drove that far down. But
Yeah, that. It was
usually I just
beautiful
go to the top of the hill, but that was a lot further on the road.
there. All right, now we're seasoning. I'm seasoning this. Right. Hold on. Salt, pepper, of course. All right. And now here comes the Italian seasonings. Some
Alright.
oregano.
This is the
There we go. That's the real shit.
Braciole I've had in my life.
Some basil.
Made with certified THC.
What happened?
Remember people
Okay,
trying to
okay.
sell you dubs back in the day mixed with oregano at parties, like when you're like 15. You're like, what the fuck is this, bro? Fuck out of my face.
First of all, oregano has a strong scent.
No, I'm
should've
talking
did-
about like people would do anything they could. They use oregano,
Yeah.
they use catnip, they use like some shit. Be like, yeah, bro, real weed,
my
man. Real weed.
right.
All right,
So
so we
about
got the
2
basil. 2 basil
2
leaves?
tablespoons of basil.
Oh, 2 tablespoons.
You can use fresh. It comes out better with fresh basil. The flavor's just stronger with basil fresh. So just use it sparingly.
Mhm.
It's a very strong flavor. And then I'm going to add some oregano. About 2 tablespoons of each. I usually like coat the top of the sauce. You know, like not thick coat on top, but like, here, we'll show you. So like that, you know,
Yeah,
like I just coat the top, you know, and breaking things. And to sauce, I add sugar too, because it gets rid of the acid in it.
Sugar?
Sugar, yeah, just regular white sugar. Just like
Sugar
together.
neutralizes acid in sauce?
Yeah,
That's
and
what,
you go. What?
I guess I've had sweet sauces before, I guess, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not sweet. Like, even when I've made it at your house, like with the chicken parm, like, it just gets rid of that acid, that strong acid flavor.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, when you cook it, like, I mean, raw sauce has very acidy flavor.
So will that prevent
but-
me from needing a Tums or a Rolaids later? Or is the acid still
Well,
there?
I'll tell you this. If you don't add sugar to the sauce, then you'll notice the difference from when you do add sugar. It's not sweet. It doesn't make it sweet unless you add, you know, cups at a time to it, you know, but I'm adding teaspoons,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm probably going to add, like, 4 teaspoons to it. I usually do it, like, a teaspoon per can, you know, but then I like to taste it when it's almost done. I can't even find the sugar right now. Hold on. I gotta get my midget step stool.
Midget Stool! Brought to you by Chef K. And our time is now. Are we allowed to say midget on the air? I don't think so.
What?
I don't know. Well, if you're calling yourself a midget and you're a certified midget and you want to get on a midget stool, that's cool, man.
Yeah, that's my midget. That's my midget stool, otherwise known as a table chair.
All right.
Like, and it's tablespoons I add, not teaspoons. Sorry.
You can
So I'm
get
gonna
yourself.
add
Oh, what is it? Tablespoons instead of teaspoons?
of sugar. Yeah, I'm
I
gonna add
think
4.
I think you said tablespoons. Maybe not.
I don't know, whatever.
Eh.
But I'm adding 4 tablespoons of sugar to it. It neutralizes the acid in the sauce. Also, a lot of people do a carrot. Like they put a full carrot in the sauce, and that will also like absorb all of the acid from the sauce too. Like anything like you just pull it out, when you're done. A carrot, yeah.
That's got to be some old Italian lore right there.
It is. It's my nana used to tell me that she would do that.
Isn't a carrot like in the same family as like a potato? Because they're ground.
Yeah, it's like a starchy vegetable.
But
like
I'm saying,
kind
what
of
are the ground vegetables called? Well, I know they're most of them are ground, but.
What do you mean, like?
Like, isn't like the ones that grow in like the earth?
Like, like a root. It's called a root vegetable.
Root vegetable.
Like,
yeah, there you go.
That's what
makes sense. It's the fucking root. But how does that work with a carrot?
What, with the carrot, with getting the acid out of the sauce?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just like because anything starchy, like a potato, like it's gonna absorb
flavor.
whatever, like, huh?
Holds flavor. Yeah, holds.
Yeah, like it will absorb like any of the acid or anything, and it does work. It also adds a little flavor to it, like if you're cooking it all day. All right, no, thank you. Yeah, so like you can add a carrot or sugar. I don't know. I've just done sugar. My mom's done a carrot. Like if we don't have sugar and we have a carrot or a few carrots in there,
that's cool.
Take it out. But just don't eat that carrot, because then you're gonna need like a full bottle of Tums. Don't eat that carrot.
This episode is brought to you by, not really, but pretend brought to you by, Rolaids. Get your Rolaids.
You're gonna need them.
I'm gonna need this if I eat that carrot.
All right. So I seasoned up the sauce. Everything's in. My face looks stupid. Don't mind me. So except for the meat, I'm gonna add the meat back to the sauce. We'll do that now. Here's the meat. Oh shit! I put the tongs in the sink. I don't got time to wash them right now. So yeah, I'm just gonna add them each all to the sauce. And then let that cook for 4 hours. So it's 2. Yeah. So like 1 o'clock I started this probably. So it'll cook to like 5. And then the meat, oh my god, it comes out so good.
Oh man.
It gets so moist and
it's already
full.
teasing talking about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You wanted it.
No, it's alright. It's alright. I didn't know you were gonna make an Italian dinner, like a full dinner. To be honest, like we were talking, we're like, well, we could do like a dessert or something. I was like, you could do like a quick recipe, like a 10-minute, 15-minute prep, like pita wraps or pitas or something. And then you came out with some like sauce with peppers and fucking sugars and steaks.
And sugars. Yeah.
My weakness, sausage in there, whatever else you got in there. It looks bomb. Looks like it's gonna be slamming.
It's gonna be so good. I'm telling you. I haven't made this in a really. I've never made this. My mom used to make it all the time, but I'm gonna add more grated cheese to it too. Because I like when it cooks with the cheese in it. I think it comes out better.
Yeah, hell yeah, 100%. Cheese makes everything better.
I sometimes add like red wine too to the sauce, but that adds a whole different flavor. Like not a whole different flavor, but it adds like kind of like again, I don't know the word that I'm looking for, but it's like, it just adds like a different, layer of flavor to it, or white wine sometimes I'll use in the sauce.
It adds depth to the complexity
of the
ingredients inside the sauce. This is my Donald Trump. Not really.
Yes.
Complexity.
You're funny. Yeah, so that's that. That's finished. I just gotta let that cook, and then later I'll serve it over some pasta. Cool. And that's it.
Dope shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the final product.
I know it's gonna come out good. I hope. We'll see. Facts. We shall see. And then I'm cooking it on low too. Like the lowest your stove goes, cook it on that.
Yeah.
Low and slow. Because if you cook it on a higher heat, the meat doesn't have the chance to tenderize.
Yeah. Well, you want that. You want that to, like I said, let it marinate. Shout out French for the line.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to let the flavors marry. That's what I like to say.
He's
I
like, hey,
always
yo,
say that.
Max, let it marinate.
Yeah, so
Let
now
let
now
it
I'm on
simmer.
break from that. I'm
Cool.
gonna chill outside. It's cold out today.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean I like it. I like this weather. This
It's
weather's
pretty
perfect
sunny
for
here.
me.
It's definitely get a nice little hoodie on, but you were in the kitchen and now you're outside enjoying. So you were over the
Yeah,
stove. Oh, beautiful there too.
see? Beautiful.
Beautiful day.
Beautiful. Beautiful day.
Beautiful day. Yo, for a second there, what flag was that over there?
Oh, Red Sox.
Oh, Red
That
Sox.
one?
Yo, for a second there, I was like, what the hell are you doing with a Confederate flag over in that bitch?
Oh, hell no. You'll never see us with a Confederate flag. Are you
It
kidding
might
me?
as well be. It's a Red Sox fucking flag. What
Oh,
are you
shut
doing?
up.
Come on,
This is
Mets
a
all
Portuguese
day.
flag.
Mets all day.
No. Nope.
Let's
Red
go
Sox.
Mets. F
Italian and
A
Portuguese.
N.
That's me.
Huh?
I said Italian and Portuguese. We got the Italian and Portuguese flags too.
Yeah. No. Oh, where were they? Let me see. Where were they?
I was trying to show you. There's one right here. That's the Portuguese flag.
Uh huh.
I don't know if you can see it. And then they're shredded, and that's the
Okay.
Italian flag over there.
Yeah, I gotta hang up my flags too. Get my flags back up.
Yeah, I'm still in the apron. I gotta take this thing off.
Yeah. Well, we coming up on like an hour and a half, so we did pretty good though. Not even. It was like an
Yeah.
hour and 20 minutes, but we bullshitted a
That's,
lot.
see, and then underneath, Time
There
War.
we go. Holla for shirts, exclusively fresh, handmade off the press. Any color, any design, we do it all. Made in America, Hanes. Probably made in
Hey,
China, but who gives a shit?
you're crazy.
It's soft and it
Yeah,
feels good. I'm rocking my Jerry Robinson today, my homie Jerry.
yeah, that's awesome. That shit.
2020. You got it. Did you hear the album?
No, I did download it, but I
Ooh,
didn't hear it. I
fire
didn't
album.
listen.
He's dropping a
I
couple
downloaded it.
singles on some other people's projects too. I just heard this joint Legends he did with Chris Calico.
Yeah, I also downloaded Oliver Spitz,
Yeah,
his album.
Spitz's new
I like
album's
that
dope.
song "Bands" that he played on the episode with him.
Yep,
Um,
bands.
yeah, I haven't even watched the Jerry Robinson or Nick yet. I started watching actually what is it, Hashi,
Hashi.
right?
Yeah.
Hashi.
He's
Yeah,
dope.
I was watching it last night and I was playing Call of Duty at the same time, and me
Cool.
and Joey were listening to it as I was playing.
Download his No Surprise album. Album's dope.
Okay.
He's got a lot of dope music. He's got an album 88. He's got a song with Dizzy Wright. Actually, we were talking about it, and I was like, that's like one of my favorite artists. Anyway, Dizzy.
Yeah.
I love Dizzy Wright. And but he's got such a dope style. Young kid on the come up. He's very versatile. He engineers. He makes his voice sound good. Like
Yeah.
he's radio ready, in my opinion.
He looks like he's from the '80s. I'm like, he looks so
Yeah.
familiar.
Well, I'm saying
Yeah.
like he's got that
Like,
dope vibe. Like he's got that
yeah.
like rock on, dude. You
hmm
know,
Yeah, he seems cool.
live
I
life and
I didn't
shit.
finish watching it, but it was definitely cool. What I watched of it.
Yeah, well, when I reached out, I didn't know if he was gonna say yes or no. I was like the first kind of stranger I reached out to. Well, Jerry was like we knew each other on social media presence, but not in like real life. And
Yeah.
he was the first like stranger I reached out to, and he was like, "Let's do it. Let's set
Wow.
it up." And I was like, "Appreciate it, bro." And he came on, and he's gonna be big. You keep an eye on that kid. I
Yeah.
guarantee he's gonna blow up.
Oh, definitely. Because of his different uses of music. Like his different like I don't know, like he all different kinds of music. Like I feel like that's.
He steps outside his genre. He
hmm
like we talked about it. I said like, you got your avenue, but take many different lanes or something like that. And he's on his road, and he could go here, 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 here.
Yeah.
And
I think it's awesome. Like, I was listening to him, talk yesterday. I'm like, that's great. Like, I don't know, like it was like inspiring, like all, each person that of the podcasts that I watched, like each person has their different, their different thing, their style, like what inspired them, like, and it's honestly so cool to see, because it's like you see a side of the person that you don't really see because you're just listening. Like, yeah, you're listening to the music and everything, but like, it's different to see them not in that. You know what I mean? It's cool to see that, like where it came from, what sparked them, made them want to do what they do, and I think that's great,
yeah, 100%. That's right. You're right on that. It's
Yeah.
definitely cool to just talk to people, and I want to get like some crazy scientists on here, or experts and stuff like that. Eventually, is the
Yeah.
goal. Like step outside music. Like you're the chef. You're the first deviation from the musical lane, and now it's gonna be. Maybe I'll do a wrestling podcast soon. A couple of independent wrestlers. Like just gonna
Yeah.
adventure.
It'll be, yeah, it'll be awesome. Step out. See what. Because it could also inspire you to do something different. It's
Oh
so
yeah.
cool, honestly, to have all these different kinds of people. Coming together. Like and helping each other, supporting each other. Giving each other ideas. Bouncing things off of each other.
That's what it's
Like
about.
it could all be one thing. You know what I mean? It could all be one thing, just linked together by different people. You know.
Well, in a way, we're all in a form of entertainment because I don't think necessarily you need to be like a singer or an actor or a comedian or whatever it
Hmm.
is to be an entertainer, a wrestler, an entertainer. Like you could be a
No, yeah.
scientist, you could be a chef, you could be like you're entertaining people with your form of art or hobby or
Hmm.
whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily need to be like pretty much
Like,
anything in life could be a form of
yeah,
entertainment to somebody. Bee catching. If I get a bee expert on to talk about, keeping
yeah.
bees and stuff like that's entertainment to somebody somewhere. So,
Hmm.
you're
And
getting
the also
recognition.
different personalities. That keeps the world going round.
Yeah,
There's
and
so many different
the
opportunities
thing
out
is,
there.
if we
Like,
disagree, you have to work around that.
yeah, of course. And then a lot of people don't know how to do that. Like
That's
they
where it
don't know
comes.
how to just like let somebody's opinion be their opinion. Like and then just come to a median on it. You know, like and that's I feel like that shows growth and maturity. When you are able to have a conversation with two different opinions.
Hmm.
Like and a lot of people are not able to do that. You
It,
know.
it, it's like you got to see it my way or I got to see it your way or fuck
Hmm.
you, let's go our separate ways. Like as opposed to
Yeah.
being like, all right, that's cool. I don't have to
Yeah.
agree with you on that, but I fuck with the rest of your personality traits. I fuck
Yeah.
with you as a person as they take one thing and then they go, well, fuck you, fuck that one thing, that one mistake in your life, and fuck you as a person, fuck you as a whole. And you must be this type of person as opposed to being like, okay, well, we're going to work on that. Maybe
Hmm.
someday you'll see things my way. And if not, I don't give a shit, but we can still be
Yeah.
cool because of it.
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll
Exactly.
agree on that someday. Maybe I'll see things your way. Maybe
Yeah.
not. Who the fuck knows? But we should
Yeah.
still care about each other as people, as humans.
Yeah.
Like we're
Exactly. And
one
that's.
race of humans, human race, not fucking
Hmm.
black race, white race, yellow race, green race.
Hmm.
That's where people get it wrong. Is it's not
Yeah.
race, it's human race.
Yeah.
It's not races. I mean, it's not. Yeah, races. I hate talking
Yeah.
race shit, but
Yeah.
it's straight fact that there is
No.
one
Yeah.
race. It's the human race.
Exactly. Like, and that's what like a lot of the media tries to put out there. Is like you have to be this way, this kind of person, this color, whatever, this weight. There's no. To me, that means nothing. Because
Everything is
it's like,
social constructs. Everything
yeah,
in life, it's all
yeah,
social. What we're programmed from a young age on, and whether it's systemic racism existing, as much as people think just because it doesn't apply to them that it doesn't exist, it exists in
yeah,
the system as a
yeah,
whole.
exactly.
So it's bigger than you and your
Mhm,
experiences.
mhm,
It's fucking, global or whatever.
yeah,
I mean, if it didn't exist, then thousands or hundreds of years ago even, they wouldn't have what was called the caste system.
yeah,
Your elites up here and then your classes
yeah,
as they go down.
mhm, yeah,
So they
exactly.
had a caste system in play back then and there's a caste system in play today.
Hmm.
It's just more invisible.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I hate media and all that. They try to tell you who you are, who you're supposed to
Of
be.
course. It's an
You
identity
can't.
crisis. It comes back to
Yeah,
separating yourself from your ego again.
yeah. Like you can't be this You can't be this if you are this kind of person. Like I don't know, like the Kardashians. Like
Perfect
everybody
example.
seems like you have to be like them.
Nah.
To have kids, have a family, be rich. Like really. No, there's so many other ways to do it. Use your hands. That's what we're doing.
Hmm.
We're using our voice, we're using our hands, to try to get to people to do what they want to do, regardless of, whatever you have going on. you know, like it's just a more positive thing that, with, the podcast and everything. It's a positive thing. Get your mind distracted for a little bit, focus on something you love, talking to people that, love what they do, and trying to inspire each other, to do it together, support each other.
Mm-hmm.
We are in this together. You do need support and love
Always.
from your friends, family, whatever, to
Always.
do different things in life. My parents, they're my inspiration. You know what I mean? Like to see them do what they do. I mean, they've been together, this coming up, uh, what was it, 25 years they've been together,
Shit.
married 25 years,
Yeah.
so like to me, that, inspires me. I want something like that, or, just to see their values of life, like, um, money has never been, something that they never had like a power trip, you know what I mean? Like even if they had money, they still lived good, they still lived normal.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't let anything get in the way of them being good people,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, and that
Well,
helped me
you can't
become,
let the money get to your head and become,
no.
something that you're not, turning into a different
Hmm.
type of monster.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
and that's what, like, I feel like, again, back to, social media and everything, like they try to make it seem, like all these people are on power trips,
yeah, you
like,
need this. I got the hottest this is the freshest, this
yeah,
is the newest, the flyest, whatever. It's all bullshit in the end. If you suck with
yeah,
money management now, more money is not going to help you be a better manager of
no,
money. You're going to suck
no,
worse and be in more debt, more credit card debt,
mhm,
because you're going to be still not living within your means. You're going to be spend crazy, splurge crazy, like, oh, I never had this shit before, instead of reinvesting your money wisely. So
yeah,
it matters
yeah,
on. It doesn't matter about how much money you have. It matters how smart you are with it. And you
hmm,
can't let more money change you as a person. Sell your
no,
soul and sell out.
because, yeah, how I look at it is like I'd rather be rich at heart than rich, in money.
Materialism.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, like I don't, like I don't care. Money to me, like I throw it away. You know what I mean? If
Well,
somebody needs money, here you go.
I
You
see
know?
somebody post it recently. They said, like, everybody's out here buying these Yeezys instead of investing or flipping an investment or buying into real estate or something. And I said, 100%. Like, oh, those Yeezys, yeah, they look cool on your feet. Oh, you stuffed them and you're gonna resell them. You're getting a fraction of the price.
Yeah.
Like, it's a material item. Like, it's just a sneaker. Like, I don't know. I'm not paying like fucking anything over $200 for a sneaker
No.
ever in my
I'm sorry.
life.
I
In my
I
life
don't
ever.
spend.
I barely
Yeah.
spend $150 or $100 on a sneaker. Oh,
Hmm.
I got one pair of Jordans. That's it. Like, I don't
Yeah.
give a
I don't.
fuck.
I have one pair of Hirachis and they're gold with cheetah on them. They're my favorite sneakers. I
Yeah.
got them for my birthday like 3 years ago. My parents bought them for me. I never really wear them. Like when I shop, I don't care. I go
Because
to
like when you
Walmart.
spend that much money on some shit, you don't want to fuck it up. So it just sits
Yeah.
there. Like,
So it just sits there. You don't want to wear it. Exactly. So like I'd rather buy something at like Walmart, a couple shirts, and it will still look good. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like as long as you wear, like I don't buy things that are expensive at all.
Well,
Once in a
it's
while
that
I'll
saying,
splurge.
thankful for the shirt on your back.
Yeah. Like, I'm lucky I'm even wearing that right now. you know? Like I could
That's
be
it.
shopping at a thrift shop, getting a shirt for 50 cents. Honestly, you could
Same
get some good
cotton.
shit from there.
Same
Yeah.
cotton. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You could get some good shit from there. So,
Make your own shirts. You could go to the craft store and buy blank shirts for $3.
yeah, exactly.
You know what
There
I'm
you
saying?
go.
Like,
I used to do that with my nana. Are you kidding me? I've done so much stuff, like so much different things to see, like what I what do I like? You know what I mean? Like what's for me? I tried cooking. I know how to sew. I can't knit you a shirt or anything like that, but I could if you have a hole in your pants, I could stitch it up. But like I don't know, my nana taught me a lot of different things, like as growing up, like she taught me, how to sew, how to use a sewing machine. I used to make pillows, like I just know all these little things, that I used to do, I got into when I was younger.
yep.
Making pillows, painting, drawing, like writing, just a whole bunch of different stuff.
Hobbies, arts and crafts. Hell yeah.
Yeah. But like that's the stuff that I like, if I
I
was
got to
to
get
get
back
in,
to those basics. I made tie dye recently with the kids at work recently. Like, we did a
yeah.
tie dye project for the end of summer camp, and I was like, man, I don't remember the last time I tie dyed. But this was so much fun. We did these. We actually tie-dyed these masks.
Oh, that's so cool.
And this is like the first time I tie-dyed since like fucking, I don't know, kindergarten, preschool, third grade,
Yeah.
fifth grade or some shit. And I was like,
Yeah. Wow, they came out so cool though.
yeah, I was like, this shit was so fun to me. So like, I'm definitely gonna tie-dye some merch, some Time Warp shirts and do
Yeah.
tie-dyes.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, like I was thinking, that was one of my ideas, and I was gonna tell you about it, but it was gonna be like a surprise thing, and it never happened. It's like I was gonna buy sweatshirts, and I seen this like tutorial video like on YouTube or something, and they just like bought like a red sweater, and they sprayed like bleach on it, and they just like bunched it up like how you would do tie dye, and they just sprayed it and then they washed it and it came out like tie-dye, like it was like pinkish red, into white. Like it looked really
I
cool.
feel like you showed me that.
Yeah, I don't know if I did or not, but
You might have. I did see that recently somewhere. Not fairly recently, but like within like this year, definitely recently, someone sent me a picture of like a
yeah, I think
a
I
maroon hoodie.
did send it.
It was like
to you.
maroon, right? It was like a maroon red.
Yeah, because I was gonna order the sweaters and then I was also gonna order like fabric markers, so that I was gonna do like different things on the shirt.
I have a bunch of those.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because we did I did the bags with the kids like last year in summer camp, and we ordered fabric markers. They're actually, I got them right here.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
what brand is that?
I don't know. Markers conforms to ASTMD law. I don't know. They work. I mean, I've used them.
All right, yeah. All right. Yeah, I was gonna do something like that, and decorate the sweaters. I don't know. It was just a thing, and I forgot to even order the sweaters and markers and stuff.
Shit happens.
But it would have been a cheap project.
I want a Cricut cutter. I'm gonna get a Cricut cutter next, so I could like do some stickers and shit. Some like.
Oh yeah, that'd be so cool. Those are awesome. I've heard
magnets,
good things.
Make some magnets, whatever. Just like.
Yeah.
Just
something. Little things. I could get you some, get you some money. People love little things like that.
Yeah, especially if they're doing like custom and they want something custom done that I'm able to do, or if it's something simple that I'm able to do,
Yeah. Exactly.
I could take the order that even just fulfill it, even if it takes me a little time to get the materials together. This way, at least I know what I need.
Yeah, like I want to get back into painting. I haven't been really inspired enough.
Speaking of, I do need something from you. I was gonna text you the other night and say, and then I was looking through my phone. I need an album cover done.
Oh.
for the 6 feet, but I need it redone because I'm gonna do it solo.
Okay.
So I just need pretty much the same concept with the time reading 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Instead of 8:03, so 6 o'clock for 6 feet, and then it's just gonna be me on the one headstone.
Okay. All right.
But very similar. You could keep pretty much the same design you did, but it's just gonna be me.
Yeah, it will probably come out better too because it's my second time doing it, so I kind of have an idea, of how to do it. So it'll probably come out better.
You could do like whatever the headstone you want without having to have the two side by side.
Mhm. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. I was gonna hit you with that. I was like, I definitely want to start putting out these songs that I've been sitting on and that I've been either end of 2019 or like earlier in 2020 that I'm just like, let me get it while it's relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to start painting. That one actually was just, I didn't even paint that. That was just with artist pens. And,
yeah, I know. Well, I was going to have it digitalized or something, like, just have somebody go over it in, like, digital.
Yeah.
But even if you did one, like, the painting one was dope, too, though.
Yeah, which one? The reflection one?
Yeah, the reflection one. That's still, like, one of my favorite paintings.
Yeah, that came out good, honestly.
And that works. I mean, I remastered the song though for the album.
Yeah.
Because the one I put out was a little bit low. I think maybe I'm bugging, but I think I'm just gonna make it a little bit more higher.
Yeah.
And but it'll be on the album. But I'm gonna still keep up the single.
All right. Yeah, that honestly that came out good. I did that was actually one of my favorite projects to do. I just love the whole process of that. Lance actually did help me with it a little bit
Hmm.
because he has more like painting experience. That at that time I was just getting into it. It was brand new.
It still came
So
out
like
dope as fuck.
yeah, like and I was just trying out different things. Like and he helped me with how to make it look how like it was reflecting.
Yeah, yeah.
He helped me with all that.
Well, if you
But yeah,
if you think about it, I mean, like it looks like when you're looking on it, like on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever, it looks like a painting. Like you
yeah,
could tell it's not like a filter that makes it look like a painting. Like it looks like,
yeah,
oh, that's a
yeah,
hand painted thing, you know.
yeah, yeah.
So
I know I love looking at that, honestly. Like I go through my music, on my phone and I just see it like pop up, every
yeah,
so often.
it's in the
And like
credits
that's so
too. If you check the credits, it should be your name should be in it.
oh really? I gotta check that
Yeah,
out.
if you
I
check
never
this, I think I did like album cover or something, whatever the option is for like album
yeah.
art or cover art, whatever credit.
All right, cool. Yeah, uh I I don't know. I was just thinking about painting something, but I don't know. I have to be in the mood, Like I have
That's
to
the
be in
same
the
with
right.
music. Same shit with
Yeah.
music.
Like cooking to me, like that's kind of just like
It's part of
it's
life.
not.
Like it's got to get done.
Yeah, like it's more of like I'm good. I'm confident doing this, So like it comes out, however it comes out, you guys are eating tonight. So, you know, but like painting is different. It's more time consuming. There's like, there's layers. You got to layer, especially if you're using acrylic paints. You have to let it. It's just a whole process. But
Hmm.
I have to be in the mood for that,
Yeah.
and I haven't painted in a while. During the quarantine though. I painted so much, like 15 things I painted.
Yeah.
I was painting a few things for you. I painted, just random things. And
I
yeah.
got a couple of them. Yeah. It's soothing, but it's like I feel like there's really certain times a year I get inspired and like to make music. I'm always inspired like going into summer, like the springtime when it's not
Yeah,
too
yeah.
hot, and then like
Mhm.
I'm always inspired coming out of summer, like going into the fall, like right before the really cold.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other two seasons are my creative months. Like I'll write all winter. I'll lock myself in the
Mhm.
hyperbolic time chamber and just write all winter,
Yeah.
and then start recording in spring. And then in the summer, I'll just be writing. It's too hot to fucking record. I'm just like writing. Like wait till that
Yeah.
weather's getting cool again, and then uh,
Yeah, that's like I mean, I feel like the winter is a good time to paint. I mean, especially like with the scenery. Like I want to actually go out somewhere, and like find a nice scenery, and just paint,
yeah,
Like, I mean, it's going to be cold, but I could sit in my car, and just paint whatever. But, like, I feel like that would be a cool opportunity to go out and do something like that. Because, like, people like to take pictures and stuff, too.
uh-huh.
But I feel like it's cool to just paint what you see.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to do something like that this year.
I remember a lot of people used to do that, like down there though. Like I remember like going to the park a couple times, like Gibbs Pond Park and shit, and there'd be like a lady with her easel set up there, and she's like painting the pond. I remember going there one time, and I think it was like the same lady, and she was like sitting across the street now, painting it from across the street where it was like from the park's view where the road was there, and then the pond, like the
Yeah.
same photo. Maybe it was the same
Hmm.
day. I don't know. She did it later that day, but like I
Yeah.
just remember her being like backed up now and like, oh, now you're doing it from here. Like it was a perspective thing for her, and I was
Yeah. Yeah.
super young, like maybe
Yeah.
fifth grade, sixth grade, or something.
Yeah. I remember we did my phone's dying.
Your phone's dying.
But
No worries.
we did in art class, we had to take pictures from different perspectives, like of whatever, like go home and take a picture of a tree, lay down underneath the tree and take a picture looking up,
Yeah,
then take a picture from different angles. Like she would make us do all these like crazy things,
experimental
and it was
shit.
cool.
That's dope. I'm gonna do that with my class.
Yeah, it was really cool, honestly. And then
I
what we
remember
did
doing
was
shit
like,
like that. Like,
yeah, like this art teacher, it was actually her first year teaching college, and she was like super young, like she was straight out of college, coming and teaching a class. So she had no idea. She's asking us for ideas and stuff, but she was an awesome teacher, honestly. I learned a lot being in that class. It was just very like honestly the most intense class I've ever taken, and it was an art class. It
I've
was
had
like
a
so
dope art
intense.
class like that too, though. Like art
Yeah,
changes lives. Like
yeah. Like people were there doing all different forms of art. Like some people wanted to do like cartoons, like
clay,
digitalized art, like, and or some people
claymation.
were more for like like the raw kind of art, like where you're using charcoal and all that stuff. You're actually drawing on the paper,
Then
not
you
on
get
a
the people
computer.
like the wire benders, like they be making like wire sculptures and
Oh,
shit. Like
yeah, Lance does that. Lance was actually picking up like different rocks that he would find, or like
and
if we
wrapping
went to
them.
the beach, like, yeah, and wrap them in. I actually have a few that he did, and it was really cool, like, because he was just wrapping different,
Does he
like,
wrap stones? Did he really get into that?
no, he was just doing it honestly to
Oh, because
like
I have a
kind of
couple
distract
stones
his
I need wrapped
hands.
for a necklace for a couple of them actually.
I mean, he'll probably do it honestly, but like he does like wood art, like wood burning.
Yeah, I got
He's
into
done that.
that for a little while.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Like he did Buster on a piece of wood. It came out so good. Like it looks exactly like Buster, and but Lance does all like he's very artsy, and he's like a nature kind of person. So he
Yeah,
kind of like incorporates that into his art, So like he was going outside picking up rocks. Or if we go to the beach, you find a piece of like beach glass, and like wrap it in wire. Like, and it looks so cool, It's the littlest and simplest thing, and it just comes out so cool.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know.
I had a piece of
He's
beach glass wrapped in wire too somewhere that someone had made me that my grandmother gave me, and I don't know where the hell that thing is. I
is
want to
in that
find
little.
it though. Like I hope I didn't lose it drunk one night in my drinking days. It ain't been around for a while, but it could just pop up in my room somewhere, my carpet behind my desk maybe.
What about in that little bin that you had with all the watches and stuff?
Nah, nah,
Remember?
nah. That I found that recently. That was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like quarantine. I found that. I lost this before quarantine. You know what I finally did lose though? My ancient Egyptian eye fell off.
Oh no!
And
How?
I don't know, it must have been like came off in my sleep. I thought in my bed I didn't find it, and then I took a nap on the couch one night, and I was like, maybe I like finally. I wore this thing like every day for like 2 years almost, or like whatever. It's in a
Yeah.
lot of my music videos and shit. It must have just came off like one night when I pulled it. I thought on the couch on the sofa. I said it might still pop up. I just noticed it like last week.
Oh wow.
So I mean, like I did look, but I was like, it might be one of those freak accidents. Like it's just right there the whole time. It might be
Yeah.
buried in the couch. I don't know.
Yeah, that happens to me too. I've
So
lost so much things like that.
find out.
That's why I don't really wear necklaces and bracelets because usually they're like, I don't know, sometimes it's like sentimental value, so I'm like scared to
Yeah,
lose it.
I know. Me too.
So
But
I just keep it in like my little jewelry thing.
I mean, I got it in the music video, in the Lifelike music video. I got it in my video I did last year in Long Island, the "If Only for a Night" remix on the EQ, and I was like, it's got its memories in it, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I bought it in
Yeah.
Woodstock when my family was visiting here from Norway,
Yeah.
so
So
I was like,
you'll
I
find it.
remember it, like the memory of itself. Like I remember the day I saw it. I was just walking past, looked right at me. I was like, yo, I need this. The guy had that jewelry tent out in the street in Woodstock selling the jewelry. I was like, I need this joint. Get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
I
say your
don't know.
phone's gonna die. How much battery you have?
Like 5%,
What is that? Like 2 minutes to talk?
8%. Yeah. I
I'm
don't know.
saying like I want to come back later or whatever when you got the finished product and just do the little
Yeah.
finale, the little hoorah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna take videos of it. I'll keep you
Yeah,
updated.
cool. Sounds
It's
good.
gonna be cooked
Yo,
to
I'm
like.
dead ass. If you get the video where they're all sitting around the dinner table and it's like slow motion and just have them do like a little scene, like
Yeah.
I can picture your dad like hitting the table, like
Yeah.
you mouthing like you son of a bitch,
Yeah.
like something,
Yeah,
like if you could do that shit, that would be dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Even if you just have them do it like regular motion and then we slow it down later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Laughing at me.
Be like, yo, be a couple of Italians for a minute. Through the hand gestures, all
Yeah.
that shit.
I've noticed I do that so much lately when I'm talking. Like I'm always like moving my hands, you
But
know,
we'll get like a little testimonial too. Like just get a testimonial like Pop while he's eating. Like shit's bomb.
Yeah,
You know?
I will. My dad's the best for that.
Yeah, that's
My
what I'm
mom will
saying.
like, get the camera out of my face.
The ill cameo. Sounds
Yeah.
good, kid. I'll catch you later.
All right, I'll talk to you
All
later.
right. Salute.
Bye.
Till then, 3 hours, 4 hours.
Like 3, 4 hours.
Three and
like
a
4
half
hours.
by now.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Cool.
All right,
Catch you later.
bye.
Okay, so thanks for tuning in to episode 8. So I'm dressed different because there was a little bit of technical difficulties with some of the footage. However, worked with Chef K, got the recipe thrown in there, got a little bit of footage thrown in the back end to make it all happen. You can see the process with the actual sauce, the meat, the servings, the family enjoying the meal. So we'll be doing this again for episode 18. And, you know, this is still the beginning, so we're still working out some of the quirks, especially that episode went over an hour. That was like close to a 2-hour episode, if not 2 hours pretty much now. So thanks for bearing with me. Hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to come back. Next week, we will be doing episode 9, the first WWT Wrestling with Time episode, featuring my homeboy Tree J, a.k.a. TJ the Roadstar Rodin. And we're going to be chopping it up, going over some wrestling things. So say hello to the bad guy, but for now, say goodbye to the bad guy. Salute. Our time is now. Recipe in the description. All social links in the description. You have any questions, you be sure to hit up Chef K. Salute. Have a good one.
Alright, so after the peppers and onions were sauteed in there, I added 8 cans of sauce. 4 whole plum tomatoes, and 2 puree and 2 cans of sauce. And then I added the beef back to the sauce, and I'm going to let it cook for 4 hours on low temperature. Alright, we're going to cook the pasta, get some water boiling, and then we're going to immersion blend the sauce. Make sure it is fully immersed when you put it on. Otherwise, you'll have sauce squirting everywhere. This is to break up the large tomatoes that are in there. You can make it as chunky or as thin as you want.
That looks good.
Sure.
Hey, but look. Braciole.
Nathan, you want to go?
Uncle Mariam?
Oh, my favorite niece.
No.
Dude, what'd you do with my glasses, bro?
I left them on the table outside.
Can you sit there? Sit next to me there.
Where's my dad? Dad. How is that?
Fire. It's delicious.
What, yeah, what?
Can I have seconds?
Okay, that's it.
Can I have thirds?
Braciole's fine. A really good braciole.
Can I have fourths?
Yo,
Jump off.
this is
Can
the
you get me?
this is the best braciole I've had in my life. By a
Very
landslide.
good.
The best.